Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I finally was able to get my hands on the Yes Please palette from Colourpop. This is the one that is full of these beautiful, warm, kind of peachy, orangey tones with this gorgeous yellow. Obviously there's been some comparisons to the Natasha Denona palette, and this is significantly cheaper. So if you have a chance to get your hands on it and these colors speak to you, then I would say grab it. I believe it's already out of stock again. I would say, don't worry about that. Just kind of keep your eye on Colourpop's Facebook or Instagram page, because they do always post when they're going to be restocking these items. I mean, I got this on the third restock, so, you have to really be on there within the first hour if you want to get it. But yeah, so as soon as I saw these colors, I just really wanted to use this gorgeous yellow color. That was the main thing I was looking forward to using, because it's such a bright, sunshiny yellow. It's a little bit different than a lot of the more kind of grungy yellows or golden yellows I have in my palettes that I already own. So as you can tell, I decided to kind of go with the more like sunset eye look and use a lot of these kind of really pretty warm peachy tones, and I'm really happy with the way it turned out. I had a lot of fun working with this palette. It was actually very easy to work with. The Colourpop formula is really good. I mean, I don't know why I'm still surprised, but it's just such an affordable brand, and the quality of the products is always just really, really great. So if you want to see how I got this sunset eye, then just keep watching. Okay, so I've already primed my lid with my Urban Decay Primer Potion, and I went ahead and set it with translucent powder. So I'm going to go ahead and go in with the color, and I actually started with the yellow first on a flat brush. And I have some new brushes to try out. These are the new mermaid brushes from KG Beauty. Look how pretty these are. And they came in this cute bag, which I don't know if you can see with the light, but it has the Call Me On My Shell Phone, which is one of their colors from their mermaid palette. It's just so cute. I love it. And it's a perfect bag for traveling, putting your makeup in. But yeah, these three brushes are so cute. So I'm going to go ahead and use these in the lip as well, just to kind of try them out, because I just got them and I've been excited to use them. So okay, so the first thing I did on the other lid was I went in with this yellow color right here. So this is called French Kiss, and I just took it on a flat brush, and what I did was just pack it on the lid. So that's what I'm going to do here. Just pack it on. So with this yellow color, I did find that you really have to, like I said, you have to kind of pack it on as opposed to swiping it on if you really want the full impact of that color. You really could probably just put a nice kind of tacky white base under it, like the NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk. That would work. Or even, I bet, if I had just left my primer tacky, it probably would have grabbed on a little bit better, but I do want to be able to kind of blend some colors on it. So that's just my advice to you for future. Alright, so next up I'm going to go into this color right here, which is called Champs. And this is just a very pretty peachy color. I'm going to tap it off, and I'm just going to start running that lightly through the crease. And I find that with these, and they are very pigmented, so I find with these colors it's easier just to kind of start small, deposit a little bit of color very lightly, and then kind of blend it out. And I'm going to kind of focus some color here on the outside. So the brush itself is working really nicely with these shadows to kind of blend them out, so I'm happy about that. It's a little hard to, it's just kind of, I'm getting used to holding it because it's a very light brush, and I think I'm just really used to, I've been using these Storybook Cosmetics brushes pretty much every day when I do my makeup, and they're very heavy, as opposed to like a regular, this is just a Morphe brush and it's pretty light. So I'd say, let me look at them. Yeah, it's probably in line with a Morphe brush. So it's not that these are abnormally light. I'm just used to this very heavy brush at this point. So I don't know if you heard that at the table. But yeah, so it's just getting used to it. But the brush itself is working really nicely with these shadows. So it's good. Alright, so I think that's as much as I'm going to do right now on this little outer portion. I am going to switch over to my really fluffy brush from Storybook. And I'm going to mix kind of a combination of, let's see what's this one called, Big Cocktails and Champs, just a little tiny touch of it. and go over the top more to the brow bone area. I just want to really blend that color up and give it a little bit of a gradient. I think I had a little bit more on the other side. Okay, so next in I want to focus a bit of color. So I'm gonna go into a more tapered brush and let's see, what's this color called? Chauffer. This color right here, it's a bit more of a brown. I'm gonna dip into that very lightly and focus that right into the crease. Okay, and then now for the part that kind of comes onto the lid. So I'm going to start with just a little bit of that Chauffer color and go over the first color we laid down. Then I'm going to go into this color right here, which is called Louie, with that same brush. And I'm going to start by just kind of like laying it, just kind of flicking it up. And then I'll start kind of doing swirling motions to blend it. And I do want to bring this color further out onto the lid, almost halfway, as you can see over here. Keep dipping back in. That's about as far across as I want to go. Okay, so now I'm going to switch over to a more tapered brush, and I want to go into this color right here, which is called Butter Cake. I will say, I'm pretty sure that they have these on opposites. I'm sitting here looking at where the color lines up behind it, but I'm pretty sure this whole time I've been telling you the wrong colors. I have a feeling that this is the color called Spoiled. Yep, that's probably the case. Thanks, Colourpop. Alright, so I'm focusing this more on the outer portion. I want to give it a bit more of the kind of reddish burgundy color. I'm focusing this more on the outer V, but I am going over what we laid down just to kind of give it a little bit of depth. And then just the tiniest little touch of this color, so I guess this would be called French Kiss. And I'm dipping a little bit into that Spoiled color. And this I am keeping as far to the outside as possible, and I'm literally just making a little back and forth shape to define the V, just to deepen it a little bit. Alright, switching back over to the slightly fluffier tapered brush, I'm going to go back into this color right here, which I'm assuming is actually called Big Cocktails. Swear. I'll have to put it in the description bar below which colors I actually use, since I'm pretty sure for the first portion of this video I was telling you completely wrong. Sorry about that. Alright, so I'm just kind of going over this again just to make sure it blends. And I'm going to dip back into this color, which would be G and O. Alright, so now I'm just checking both sides. Alright, that is what I wanted. Okay, so now I'm going to do a little bit of shimmer. So I'm going to go into this brush, which is a flatter brush, and I'm going to spray it with some of my Milani Make It Last setting spray. And I'm going to do kind of two different color variations here. I'm going to start off with this color right here. Alright, so this color right here, which should be called Chauffer. I'm just going to drag the brush. This is now a wet brush. I'm going to drag it through it, get a nice bit of color on there. And I'm only going to put this right where the kind of burgundy colors start to transition into the yellow. I'm going to start there, kind of go at a diagonal over that line almost, and just kind of bring it a little bit onto the yellow. I feel like the other side has a bit more of this peachy color, so I'm just going to go right back into peach. That's just kind of to start to give it a little bit of the shimmer. So now I'm going to wipe that brush off, spray it again with some setting spray to make sure it's still wet, and then now I want to go into this shade right here, which would be Butter Cake. So this one's Butter Cake. All right, and now with this one, It's a different formula from that top one. I find that it tends to come off a bit chunkier. So what I'm going to actually do is I'm just going to be kind of patting this over the yellow because I don't want it to fully become gold. I just want to give the yellow some shimmer. So I'm kind of just patting it over the top. So you still see that yellow kind of come through. I am having it come up onto where the crease is right here. So you have a little bit of a shimmer right there. Dip back in, and of course, hit the inner corner really good. So now I'm just gonna take an angled brush and I'm gonna start out with this color right here, GNO. I'm just gonna run this all along the lash line. Then I'm going to go over top of it with the big Cocktails color right here on the more inner portion. Kind of smoke it down a little bit. And then on the outer portion, I want to dip into French Kiss and really darken up the outer portion and just kind of take a little bit of it onto your upper lash line as well. And just kind of smoke it around. Then I'm going to take my pencil brush, go back into the big Cocktails color, kind of run it to blend over here because I don't want it as dark as it is on that down portion. I'm also going to dip into this color right here, which is, this is actually Louie, this little shimmery pinky color. And I'm going to run this on top of the color in the inner half. I'm going to take just a touch of the butter cake to extend it and blend over here. Alright, so this is the eyeshadow done. I'm just going to put on some lashes and I'll be right back and we will finish up with the lips. Okay, so that's the eyes finished, and to finish off the look, I'm going to go over my lips with this Too Faced. This is the Sweet Peach Creamy Peach Oil in the shade Papa Don't Peach. It's just a nice glossy nude shade. And that's it. All right, and so this is the finished look. I really have to say I love this palette. I can't wait to do more looks with it. I just love these pretty colors. I mean, I love the Colourpop shadow formula, and you really can't beat how affordable it is. But yeah, I do definitely recommend it. I love it. So hope you enjoyed this sunset eye. And don't forget to like and subscribe before you go. And thank you for watching. Bye guys.